Hey you guys, it's Ashley Simone and I'm back with another video. Oh wow.
My favorite mistake. I shouldn't say this.
Hey you guys, it's Ashley Simone and I'm back with another video. Today we'll be cooking Louisiana chicken pasta like from Cheesecake Factory, and if you haven't been to Cheesecake Factory and tried that dish, you should definitely go to Cheesecake Factory and try it. And then for dessert, get the red velvet cheesecake because it's fire. But before we get started with this video, do not forget to subscribe because my videos are, they're heat, they're fire, they're premium. So you should really subscribe, and if you like the recipe and you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and then comment the next recipe that you would like me to cook. So first things first, we have to wash our hands because we don't want that. Don't forget to wash your hands for 20 seconds. I have a tip to help y'all.
We wash our hands in the sanctuary. We wash our hands to avoid the corona. We wash our hands to give you the praise, and we will wash it for the rest of our days.
As you can see from the previous clip, I am a joke, but anyways, I got tired of pointing at everything in here, so eventually I stopped. So once you've washed your hands, you want to start off by cleaning your chicken, which I hope you do every time you cook meat because Miss Rona isn't the only thing that can get you sick. We also have Miss Nella. I clean mine with warm water, and for this recipe, I'm using thighs and breasts. Next, I trimmed off the fatty parts of the chicken. This is optional, but I personally just don't like the fat on chicken, so I took it off. Here you're seeing me flatten the chicken to ensure that when it is cooked, it will easily cook all the way through. I like to put mine in a plastic bag while doing this to avoid cross-contamination. Next, I put the stove on high heat, and then I add some salt and some oil and give it a little stir just to make sure it's ready and distributed for my noodles. Once your water comes to a boil, go ahead and add your noodles and let them cook for about 10 minutes or until they're tender. While the noodles were cooking, I started working on the sauce. For recipes I find online, I usually eyeball the seasonings because I don't want my food to be bland, but for reference, I will just name everything I use. I used heavy whipping cream, chicken broth, cornstarch, salt, red pepper flakes, slap your mama seasoning, seasoned salt, garlic powder, and Parmesan. Mix all of those ingredients and set that aside. Once your noodles have finished cooking, strain them and then set them aside. So I was being lazy and I didn't look for our 1 cup measure, but next you're gonna combine flour, breadcrumbs, Parmesan, red pepper flakes, and seasoned salt. As you can see here, I accidentally used too small of a bowl, but it's okay because it all worked out for me in the end. Also, a side note, I have been washing my hands and cleaning the cutting board throughout the video, so no cross-contamination was going on here. Next, I slid the breadcrumbs onto a plate, and here you see me pouring the noodles into a pot. After preparing your breadcrumb mixture, make an egg wash by simply cracking 2 eggs into a bowl and whisking it. Then, cover a baking sheet in some parchment paper so it can hold your chicken before you cook it. Now, this is the fun and messy part. First, dip your chicken in the breadcrumb mixture, then the egg wash, and back into the breadcrumb mixture and place them on the lined baking sheet. I forgot to cut my chicken breasts in half before doing this part, so don't be like me. Next, I just cut off about 2 tablespoons of butter and then placed it in the pan that I plan to cook my sauce and chicken in. Now I'm just washing my vegetables and taking off the stickers because, like I said before, I don't like to get sick. So for my onion, I just chopped off each end and then peeled off the skin, and I started to dice it, and for no apparent reason, I decided not to do that and chopped it. I actually don't remember who taught me this skill right here, but just to chop stuff, you just hold your hand at the end of the knife and then kind of just go across like I am. I just know the trick is to hold your hand at the end of the knife. I have no earthly idea if this is the right way to cut a bell pepper, but I just kind of take off the stem and then I cut all of the inside out just because it looks like I'm not supposed to eat it. And then I slice across and then like sideways and they turn into squares. It's easier if you turn them on their sides though. I don't know why I'm not doing it here, but usually I'll turn them on their sides. I feel like I need to find some new transition words and order words because I feel like I've said "and" so many times in this video. But anyways, you just keep chopping your vegetables. I did the same for the rest of them, and then I started melting some butter in a pot. After which I dumped in my veggies, added mushrooms because we all love mushrooms and it's also a part of the recipe, and I sauteed them until I felt that they were all cooked through and dumped that mixture into the noodles. So the recipe didn't really call for seasoning, but like, you know, I'm black, so I put seasoning in pretty much everything. So yeah, that's what I did here. The recipe also didn't call for garlic, but I just have to have garlic in everything. Like, it doesn't taste right if it doesn't have enough garlic in it. Next, I cooked my chicken on medium-high heat until it was browned on both sides, or you can cook it until it has an internal temperature of about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you tell I love butter yet? Next, I melted some butter in, yes, the same pan. I cleaned it 3 different times during this. And then I dumped the noodle and veggie mixture in, and I let that cook until it started simmering. I should probably let y'all know that once I got the hang of everything and got the ingredients, I pretty much threw the whole recipe out the door. So yeah, once it started simmering, I just let it cook for about 10 minutes until it thickened to my liking. And then I started plating. So while I'm plating, I just want to share some final thoughts with you guys, because I'm always going to keep it real. I thought it was a great plate. My parents thought it was a great plate, but for me, it just didn't taste the same as Cheesecake Factory's. But I'm very picky about it because I love their pasta. But some alterations I would make are frying the chicken, just because cooking the chicken on stovetop just didn't work out well for me. I just didn't like the color or anything. And then also I would have used Cajun seasoning instead of the seasoned salt and Slap Your Mama spice. Alright y'all, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're a real one, follow me on my social media. All the love is really appreciated and keeps me going. And be sure to comment down below if you decide to try this out. The original recipe is linked in the description box. Alright, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!